What if the universe was built on a hidden code, a set of patterns that connect everything around us? From the spiraling galaxies above to the veins of a leaf below, there's a mysterious order in the seemingly chaotic. This order is not random, it's the foundation of what many call sacred geometry, a universal language written into the very fabric of existence. Sacred geometry refers to the mathematical patterns and shapes that form the building blocks of life and the universe. These shapes are not mere human constructs. They are found in the natural world, echoing in the spiral of a seashell, the arrangement of petals on a flower, and the structure of a honeycomb. They are the essence of balance and harmony, present in everything we see, and even in the spaces we cannot. But sacred geometry isn't confined to nature. For centuries, humans have recognized and revered these patterns, embedding them into art, architecture, and spiritual practices. Ancient civilizations, from the Egyptians to the Greeks, saw these shapes as sacred, using them to design temples, monuments, and sacred spaces that aligned with the cosmos. In this journey, we'll uncover the profound significance of sacred geometry, how it connects science, spirituality, and art into one cohesive truth. Could understanding these patterns unlock the secrets of the universe? Let's begin by exploring the foundations of sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is often described as the blueprint of creation, a system of mathematical patterns and shapes that underpin the structure of the universe. These shapes and proportions are not arbitrary. They represent the fundamental principles of balance, harmony, and order. They exist everywhere, within nature, architecture, art, and even the human body, forming a universal language that transcends cultures and time. One of the most iconic symbols in sacred geometry is the flower of life. This intricate design is made up of overlapping circles, arranged in a perfectly symmetrical pattern. Found in ancient Egyptian temples, the flower of life symbolizes the interconnectedness of all life. It is often considered the foundation of all sacred geometry because within its structure, other shapes like the Vesica Piscis, the seed of life, and the tree of life can be found. Another cornerstone of sacred geometry is the Fibonacci sequence, a series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on. This sequence generates a spiral often seen in nature, such as in the arrangement of sunflower seeds, the shape of nautilus shell, and even in the spiral arms of galaxies. Its mathematical beauty reflects nature's efficiency and elegance. The golden ratio, approximately 1.618, is another critical concept. This ratio appears in the proportions of ancient Greek temples, Renaissance art, and even the human body. It is often associated with aesthetic perfection, as it creates shapes that are inherently pleasing to the eye. The golden ratio demonstrates how mathematics and beauty are intertwined, a principle that permeates sacred geometry. Philosophically, sacred geometry suggests that these patterns are the framework of the universe, shaping everything from atoms to galaxies. It implies that life itself is not random, but is built on a foundation of divine order. Many spiritual traditions see sacred geometry as a bridge between the physical and metaphysical, a way to connect with the deeper truths of existence. By understanding sacred geometry, we begin to see the world through a new lens, where patterns emerge from the chaos and reveal an underlying unity. Let's now explore how these shapes manifest in the natural world, bringing this universal blueprint to life. Sacred geometry isn't just a human concept, it's woven into the very fabric of nature itself. From the tiniest cells to the vast expanse of the cosmos, patterns and shapes rooted in sacred geometry can be found everywhere, showcasing the inherent harmony, balance, and order of the natural world. One of the most iconic examples is the spiral of a seashell. This pattern, known as the logarithmic or golden spiral, is derived from the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical progression where each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. This spiral is not just aesthetically pleasing, it serves a functional purpose, allowing the seashell to grow while maintaining its proportional shape. The same spiral can be seen in hurricanes, the arrangement of galaxies, and even in the horns of some animals, reflecting how sacred geometry governs both the micro and macro levels of existence. Another striking example is found in sunflower seed patterns. If you look closely at the center of a sunflower, you'll notice spirals radiating outwards in opposing directions. These spirals followed the Fibonacci sequence, creating an arrangement that maximizes the packing of seeds within a limited space. This efficient, harmonious design is a testament to how sacred geometry balances function and beauty in nature. The universe itself is a canvas for sacred geometry. The spiral arms of galaxies mirror the golden spiral, suggesting that even on a cosmic scale, the principles of sacred geometry guide the formation of structures. These patterns are not just visually stunning, but also reveal the interconnectedness of all things, as the same shapes appear across vastly different scales of existence. Beyond spirals, other geometric shapes are abundant in nature. The hexagonal cells of a honeycomb showcase how bees instinctively use geometry to create a structure that is both strong and space-efficient. Snowflakes, with their intricate six-sided symmetry, further highlight nature's ability to produce stunning geometric forms. Even the molecular structure of water, when frozen, aligns in symmetrical patterns, reminding us that sacred geometry exists in the very building blocks of life. These patterns reflect harmony because they are not random. They follow precise mathematical principles that ensure balance and order. Nature uses these geometric principles to optimize growth, stability, and function. For example, leaves on a plant are arranged in spirals to ensure maximum exposure to sunlight, a phenomenon known as phyllotaxis. Similarly, the branching patterns of trees and rivers follow fractal geometry, where smaller parts replicate the structure of the whole, creating a sense of unity and efficiency. Sacred geometry in nature teaches us that the universe is not chaotic, but organized and purposeful. It reveals a hidden order that connects all forms of life, from the smallest cell to the largest galaxy. As we move forward, let's explore how ancient civilizations recognized and incorporated these natural patterns into their architecture and spiritual practices. Sacred geometry has been revered for thousands of years by some of the most advanced civilizations in human history. Cultures like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Mayans recognized the universal patterns found in nature and integrated them into their architecture, art, and spiritual practices. These ancient societies believed that the shapes and proportions of sacred geometry had divine significance, capable of connecting the material world with higher realms of existence. The Egyptians were among the first to master the application of sacred geometry in their architectural designs. The Great Pyramid of Giza is a prime example of their ingenuity. Its proportions are thought to incorporate the golden ratio, a mathematical relationship considered the epitome of beauty and harmony. This ratio, approximately 1.618, is found throughout the pyramid's dimensions and angles, suggesting that the Egyptians used sacred geometry to create a structure that embodied cosmic balance. The pyramid's precise alignment with the cardinal points and its connection to celestial bodies, like Orion's belt, further highlight the Egyptians' belief in the interconnection between earthly and divine realms. The Greeks took sacred geometry to another level, incorporating it into their art, architecture, and philosophy. One of their most iconic creations, the Parthenon in Athens, exemplifies the golden ratio and mathematical symmetry. The building's dimensions were carefully calculated to evoke a sense of harmony and perfection, reflecting the Greeks' pursuit of ideal beauty. The philosopher Pythagoras, a key figure in Greek thought, believed that numbers and geometric patterns were the building blocks of the universe. His teachings influenced generations of thinkers and artists, cementing sacred geometry as a cornerstone of Greek culture. In the Americas, the Mayans and other Mesoamerican civilizations used sacred geometry to design their temples and ceremonial sites. The Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo in Chichen Itza, is a striking example. This pyramid incorporates precise geometric patterns that align with astronomical events, such as the equinoxes, when sunlight creates the illusion of a serpent slithering down the steps. The Mayans believed that these geometric alignments allowed them to connect with the cosmos and honor their gods. Other ancient cultures, such as the Chinese, Indians, and Sumerians, also recognized the power of sacred geometry. The Chinese used geometric principles in the design of pagodas and their understanding of yin-yang balance, while Indian temples often follow geometric grids that symbolize cosmic order. In Sumeria, ziggurats were constructed with mathematical precision to reflect the heavens. These civilizations understood that geometry was not merely a tool for construction, but a spiritual practice. The precise use of sacred geometry in their structures was a way to honor the divine, align with the cosmos, and inspire those who entered these sacred spaces. As we move forward, we'll delve deeper into the spiritual significance of sacred geometry and how it continues to be a tool for connecting the physical and metaphysical worlds. Sacred geometry is not merely a mathematical or aesthetic concept. It holds profound spiritual significance, acting as a bridge between the physical and metaphysical realms. For millennia, these patterns and shapes have been used in meditation, energy healing, and spiritual practices to unlock deeper levels of consciousness and foster a connection with the divine. One of the most common uses of sacred geometry in spirituality is in meditation. Meditative practices often incorporate sacred geometric shapes, such as mandalas or the flower of life, as focal points to guide the mind into a state of stillness and introspection. Mandalas, with their intricate and symmetrical patterns, symbolize the universe and the journey of the self towards unity with the cosmos. By meditating on these designs, practitioners align their inner energy with the harmonious structure of the universe, fostering a sense of balance and clarity. Sacred geometry also plays a significant role in energy healing practices. Shapes like the tetrahedron, cube, and dodecahedron, known as platonic solids, are believed to hold unique energetic frequencies. Healers use these geometric forms to amplify and channel energy, clearing blockages and restoring harmony within the body. For example, the Merkaba, a three-dimensional star tetrahedron, is often visualized during meditative healing to activate and balance the energy centers or chakras within the body. This sacred shape is thought to act as a light body vehicle, connecting the practitioner to higher dimensions. In spiritual traditions, sacred geometry is also used to create spaces that facilitate spiritual growth. Temples, altars, and even labyrinths are designed using geometric principles to enhance their energetic resonance. These sacred spaces are believed to act as portals, aligning earthly energies with celestial forces and allowing individuals to access higher states of awareness. The connection between sacred geometry and the metaphysical lies in its universality. These shapes and patterns are found not only in nature, but also in the structure of atoms, the arrangement of galaxies, and the flow of energy within the human body. This universal presence suggests that sacred geometry serves as a blueprint for creation, reflecting the interconnectedness of all things. Practitioners often describe sacred geometry as a language of the soul. By engaging with these patterns, they believe they are tapping into the underlying order of the universe, aligning themselves with its rhythms and vibrations. This alignment fosters a sense of unity, as though the individual is not separate from the cosmos, but an integral part of it. Furthermore, sacred geometry invites contemplation of the infinite. Its perfect proportions and recurring patterns hint at a higher intelligence that governs the universe, inspiring awe and a desire to understand one's place within the grand design. As we conclude, it's clear that sacred geometry is more than just shapes and numbers. It is a tool for spiritual awakening and self-discovery. It serves as a reminder that the physical and metaphysical worlds are deeply connected, and by understanding these patterns, we can better understand ourselves and our role in the universe. Sacred geometry is more than a study of shapes and patterns. It is a gateway to understanding the intricate web of connections that binds the universe together. From the spirals of galaxies to the petals of a flower, these patterns reveal an underlying harmony and order, suggesting that life itself is built on a foundation of balance and unity. We've explored how sacred geometry manifests in nature, providing efficient and beautiful designs that govern growth and form. We've seen its role in ancient civilizations, where it was used to create structures that aligned with the cosmos and honored the divine. Its spiritual applications in meditation, energy healing, and sacred spaces show how these patterns continue to guide us towards self-discovery and higher consciousness. Sacred geometry serves as a reminder that everything in the universe is interconnected. It bridges the physical and metaphysical realms, showing us that the same principles governing the movement of planets also shape the cells within our bodies. This understanding shifts our perspective, encouraging us to view the world not as a series of random occurrences, but as a coherent and meaningful design. By studying sacred geometry, we begin to see life through a new lens, one where order emerges from chaos and beauty is born from balance. These patterns invite us to question the deeper truths of existence. Who or what designed this blueprint? Why do these shapes resonate so deeply with us? Could understanding sacred geometry unlock the mysteries of existence? Perhaps these patterns are not just mathematical phenomena, but a universal language waiting to be deciphered. As we continue to explore and engage with sacred geometry, we may find answers that connect us not only to the universe, but also to the essence of who we are. The journey has just begun. What will these timeless patterns reveal next?